In 1998, AudioNet.com's IPO went public and set a record for having the highest percentage record on an opening day. The spot streaming company was doing tremendously well just when Mark Cuban, the co-founder, got ready to sell it off. Make sure to stay until the end or you'll miss out on the tragedy that unfolded onto AudioNet. Also, if you enjoy finance content, consider subscribing or liking the video. I spent a lot of time researching these stories and only a small percentage of my viewers are subscribed. It's free and you can always change your mind. I'm the Wealth Professor and my goal is to help you become financially smarter every week by telling the untold stories of money and business. In today's video, we take a look at the lucky Mark Cuban, one of the wealthiest people in the world, and his journey to $1 billion. Most importantly, learn how he played with rules and made his money and how you can too. Early life and family. The 31st of July, 1958. The date Mark was born to a middle-class Jewish household in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. His family's original surname was Chabernisky, which had to be changed to Cuban by Mark's paternal grandfather when they immigrated to America. Mark's father, Norton Cuban, was an automobile upholsterer. His mom, Shirley Cuban, was someone who, as Mark himself said, had a different job or different career goal every other week, a character trait that later would be passed on to her son. In 1970, Mark was aged around 12 when the little boy asked his father for an expensive pair of shoes. Mark's father responded by saying, "Those shoes on your feet look like they're working pretty well. If you want a new pair of sneakers, you'll need a job and you can go and buy them." This ignited a desire within little Mark, a desire to have enough financial freedom so he could get what he wanted. The young gun. Determined to get his shoes, Mark started selling garbage bags around his neighborhood. He'd buy one bag for $3 and sell for $6. He'd start to pitch his customers by asking, "Hi, does your family use garbage bags?" Followed by, "Of course you use garbage bags, and I bet you pay more than 6 cents a piece." He perfectly addressed the problem and how he could be a solution to them. Once, he also bought stamps at a quarter and made $50, thinking, "If I can do this, then I can do anything." His next opportunity came when the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, a daily newspaper, went on strike. 16-year-old Mark knew that hungry readers were waiting for their daily dose of information, and he grabbed the opportunity. Young Mark ran newspapers daily from Cleveland to Pittsburgh until the strike was over, earning from this opportunity. Mark skipped his senior years in high school and went straight to the University of Pittsburgh, enrolling as a full-time student. But right after a year, he moved to Indiana University in Bloomington. To pay for his tuition fees, Mark and his friends started giving dance lessons for $25 an hour and then hired a bar, providing dance lessons inside of it. Soon, Mark's business grew, and all he wanted was $15,000 ready to buy that bar. Taking a loan from his school friend, Mark bought the bar for $15,000. As stated by Mark's teacher at college and his friend who gave him the loan, the bar ran exceptionally well but had to be closed due to some law violations. After graduating, Mark went back to his hometown, getting a job at Mellon Bank. But again, in July 1982, he hopped onto Texas, where he first worked as a bartender and then as a salesperson for Your Business Software, one of the earliest PC software retailers in Dallas. Being a salesperson, Mark met several people and made an extensive list of contacts. One fine day, Mark was asked by his employer to open the store and clean it, but Mark instead went on to meet a client, which resulted in him losing his job. The rise of Mark. After getting fired, Cuban started his own company named Micro Solutions, a software reselling company. Mark already had a list of potential clients from his previous job ready. This period of running his company wasn't easy though. Mark shared in his blog how he lived in a 3-bedroom apartment with 5 other friends. He had to sleep on the floor at times, not having his own room. His car, a 77 Fiat X19, burned a quart of oil that he couldn't even afford to run every week. All the hard work paid off in 1990 when Mark sold Micro Solutions to CompuServe for $6 million. And this was it for the boy who had started his journey by selling garbage bags for a pair of shoes. He had millions in his bank now. Mark decided to retire at the age of 32. He immediately bought a lifetime pass to American Airlines and went all around the world, enjoying popular destinations and getting drunk wherever he wanted. The pass no longer exists now, making Mark one of the few holders to date. Mark's life was a smooth sail, something he came to hate by 1995. He became extremely restless and then, along with Tom Wagner, Mark's university friend, invested in AudioNet.com, a sports broadcasting service on the internet. The original idea was bought by Christopher Jive, who accused Mark of throwing him out with a mere $10,000. After Jive was gone, the site was renamed Broadcast.com. In 1998, the company went public and its IPO was hit. Some employees even became overnight millionaires. But Mark dreamed even bigger. He desired to join, as he said, BBC, the Billionaire Boys Club. With the confidence of his hit IPO, he went straight to Yahoo's office and told them either Yahoo must compete with Broadcast.com or buy them. Mark's words marked a wave of anxiety in Yahoo, and then, in 1999, Yahoo acquired AudioNet for a whopping $5.7 billion. This made massive headlines, and finally, the 41-year-old entrepreneur made his name into the Billionaire Boys Club. The decision made by Yahoo was going to be the reason for their nightmare in the coming years, though. Yahoo had to shut their broadcasting services, making it one of the worst acquisitions in history. To date, Mark accepts how lucky he was that the dot-com boom increased the value of his company, and he earned $1 billion from it. Although luck wasn't the only reason for his wealth, it sure had a role to play. But that isn't all. Right after this came one of his best decisions of all time. Mark and Mavericks. The year was 2000 when Mark decided to buy a majority stake, not in any software or internet company, but it was the Dallas Mavericks, an NBA team. His choice was criticized, and why not? Until 2000, the Mavericks had a win percentage of only 49, with a playoff record of 21-32. Mark bought his team for $285 million with a 51% stake. Most owners would have best sit in their VIP boxes watching the game, but not Mark. The passionate owner sat right beside the court, wearing the team jersey, yelling at the players and at times even at the referees. He told the Mavericks CEO at a dinner party that all he wanted was to win the title. His investment in terms of money and passion showed results. Soon, support for the Mavericks went up as attendance increased. Merch sold hot, and in 2006 the team went to finals, a match everyone waited for, especially Mark. Hitting plateau. A hot and high-intense match, but the Mavericks lost to the Miami Heats. Mark went crazy shouting at the players. Reportedly, he didn't even leave his mansion for weeks, such was the disaster for him. A chance to get higher returns on his investment went up in flames after the finals. Mark later invested in HD Television and AXS TV, the first HD satellite television network. In 2003, along with Wagner, his old friend, Mark entered the movie business. Together, they bought Landmark Theatres, a chain of 58 movie theaters, ventured 2929 Entertainment with high hopes. Later on in 2006, Mark announced to work with ABC on a show called The Benefactor. The Benefactor failed, leading to its closure before the season finale. Mark's channels tried airing series and movies, but most were below average and had to be discontinued. The Mavericks too could not reach the finals, let alone win the title. As if the genius's vision was turning out all wrong. And if this wasn't enough, he had more to see. The US Security and Exchange Commission, SEC, filed a civil suit against Mark for selling a massive number of shares for Mama.com, which was reportedly an insider deal, a deal made after getting a call or news from within the company, something which was not revealed to the public. But later, Cuban said the allegations were false. Mark was also fined by the NBA around $1.6 million for 13 incidents. Luck did not seem to be on the side of Mr. Lucky Cuban this time. But there was hope. Victory. 2011, the Mavericks won their first NBA title. This was it for Mark. His lifelong dream of winning the title came true. The whole stadium went up, cheering, "Thank you, Mark!" In the 10 years following Mark being the owner, the team's winning percentage got up to 69%, with a playoff record of 49-57 and going into the finals twice. Currently, Forbes estimates the team's value to be a staggering $2.4 billion. This sure paid more than Mark could have ever imagined from a sports team. Apart from this, he has invested in all kinds of businesses since the 2000s. Currently, he is the chairman of AXS TV, the Mavs, an investor of developing apps, and also a famous shark in Shark Tank with growing investments and net worth. Conclusion. Looking back, if the father did not ask little Mark to earn for his shoes, we might not have known Mark as we do today, and his crazy ideas and ever-increasing thirst to diversify his portfolio are something that were definitely inherited from his mother. He has a net worth of $4.3 billion, but that doesn't stop him from accepting that he had luck on his side, which very few people accept or talk about. Mark not only had the vision, but also the courage to invest in some of the craziest ideas ever. He knew he could fail, but still did it. And who knows, his right attitude and thirst for more could have been the factor that he always landed at the right place and at the right time, which we call luck. If you learned something new from this video, click the like and subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see our latest videos. We make deep dives like this every week where we uncover the secrets of money and business. Before that, do you think Mark's secret to wealth was his luck? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.